afternoon and warm welcome to Sunshine Report. Kunle Aruyo is my name. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says no effort will be spared towards the protection of lives and property of a spotlight project already executed and works in progress. Commentators correspondent to Haban Colin report that the governor visited Osrc, Obo, and Akure North local government areas of the state. This report.
The third day of the statewide thank you tour by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa took him to 3 local government areas in the state as the people came out in large number to welcome him. The governor was accorded warm receptions in Osrc, Owo, and Akure North local government areas of the state. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who said no efforts will be spared towards the protection of lives and property of residents of the state, reassured that banditry and criminal activities along the state boundary with Edo will soon become a thing of the past.
We have built a Moteku Rangers camp at the border town to further protect the people. Now the people can go about their businesses, go to their farms without any form of fear, and do their businesses. So some of these things we have to assure them.
Governor Aiyedatiwa, who noted that while quarterly stakeholders meetings in Akure involve about 60 leaders from each local government, many grassroots residents are unable to participate or interact with government directly. The thank you tour is therefore a platform not only for bonding but also informing residents about ongoing government projects in their areas. He highlighted that amenities such as improved electricity supply, school shuttles, and other social interventions were the results of the reforms of President Bola Tinubu, which has strengthened the state's capacity to execute projects.
Iná tí a ṣe ó ti ń dájú ní tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ìdí tá a fi lè ṣe é pé torí ìjọba ń rí owó ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ jókòó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ìdí èyí láti wá pa á láṣẹ wípé come 2027 gbogbo àwa tí a wà ní Ondo State.
The governor assured residents of Osrc and Owo local government areas of more infrastructure development and expressed concern over delays in resolving the prolonged stall of Olufon.
Nígbà tí mo wà ní ipò igbákejì gómìnà as deputy governor, the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs was under my office. Àtìgbà yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá à ń tò kí ọba lè jẹ ní Ifọ̀. A ti pè ìpàdé when I was there, stakeholders meeting fún láti lè fi ọba jẹ ní Ifọ̀. More than 4 meetings. Wọ́n á sọ síbí, wọ́n á sọ sọ́hùn. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ pé èmi ò lè wá fi ọba jẹ kí n yan ọba fún yín, mi ò kì í ṣe. Aráàlú ló máa ń yan ọba fúnra wọn.
Aiyedatiwa insisted that the government will not impose a king on the people, stressing that the town must adhere to due process in line with official chieftaincy declaration of 1969 at Iju, headquarters of Akure North local government. Governor Aiyedatiwa, represented by his deputy Olayide Adelami, expressed gratitude to the people for their sustained support for his administration with an assurance of more life-impacting projects in the council area. Wahab Bankole, Osrc.
No fewer than 500 children have received gift items as the Ondo State government marks the 2025 Children's Christmas Carol. Chairperson of the event and wife of Ondo State Governor Oluwaseun Aiyedatiwa charged the youngsters to exhibit good behavior as they grow in wisdom and stature. Omoniola Umbeji reports that the event was held at the government house. Alabaka Akure, her report.
Even before the scheduled time, the venue of the event was already filled to capacity as children adorned in beautiful attires showed eagerness to wine and dine with government officials in celebration of the season. School bags, Christmas caps and other gift items were distributed to mark this year's children's Christmas carol, while Ondo State government set up playing tools for the comfort of the kids. Wife of Ondo State Governor Oluwaseun Ayedatiwa congratulated the children on the joy of the Yule-tide. She encouraged them to maintain good behavior wherever they find themselves, while urging parents to give their children proper moral upbringing for the betterment of society.
Parents that are here, I want to appreciate you for your love, for your teaching, for your guidance for all these children, for seeing them through in all areas of their lives. These children, they are wonderfully made. They are loved. They are important to us. Please, let's take good care of them. And I want to implore all our parents to always listen to these children. That is very, very important. Don't let them go outside to receive counsel from peer group. There are a lot of peer group pressures out there. Please listen to them. Anytime they tell you that they want to talk to you, give them that opportunity. Even if you are tired, you might not even have an answer to whatever they are saying at that moment. But you can listen to know, because that little time that you are not listening to them, they can go out and meet friends.
Other dignitaries, including the wife of the Deputy Governor, Dr. Bosede Adelami, advised the children to be good ambassadors of their homes and the state at large.
This is the season of love, our dear children. This is the time we need to love one another, show one another great love. And the green represents the eternal life in God. The white represents peace. And this is the season of peace, even in the time of unrest in our country. Let's ask God for the peace of Nigeria.
Earlier in her remarks, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Seun Osamaye, re-emphasized the commitment of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa towards ensuring the well-being and holistic care of children in the state.
The essence is to make them happy, to ensure that we expose them to a network of friendship, and to ensure that these children have access to beautiful relationship going forward.
The event, filled with songs, games, joy, and goodwill, underscored the state government's resolve to put smiles on the faces of children while preparing them for a better future. Omoniola Umbeji, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, the atmosphere of praise, worship, and reflection filled the air as Ondo State hosted its Christmas and carol and 9 lessons to commemorate the birth of Jesus Christ through songs and spiritual readings. Speaking at the 2025 Ondo State Service of Carols and 9 lessons in Akure, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa appealed to residents to celebrate the Christmas season with moderation, love, and compassion, especially towards the less privileged in society. Commentators correspondent Zimo Ebiemi reports.
It was a colorful and spiritually uplifting convergence of top government officials, religious leaders, traditional rulers, and eminent personalities who gathered to commemorate the birth of Jesus Christ and reflect on the true essence of the Christmas season through hymns and Bible readings. In his goodwill message, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa described Christmas as a season of joy, hope, and renewed faith, urging the people to celebrate responsibly while extending kindness and compassion to one another.
Should not just be an engagement of merely cultural rite or a ceremonial formality, but we should take it as a deep spiritual invocation that should reawaken our collective memory of God's unceasing faithfulness.
The governor also reaffirmed his administration's commitment to sustaining developmental strides across critical sectors of the state's economy, noting that these efforts are aimed at improving the quality of life of residents.
Christmas is not a passive commemoration. It is an eternal proclamation of divine intention of God. It is the demonstration of God's love in human history, because for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, as written in Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6.
Governor Ayedatiwa further assured the people that security measures have been intensified across the state to ensure a peaceful and safe youth-out, stressing that the protection of lives and property remains a top priority.
Your Excellencies, Your Lordship, Cabinets, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I must pay glowing tribute to our religious leaders for serving as moral compasses in an age that often strays from ethical anchors. Through your sermons, prayers, homilies, advocacies, and intercessions, you have helped to maintain communal cohesion, mitigate social tensions, and nurture civic virtues across our diverse communities. Ondo State is richer spiritually, morally, and socially because of your devotions.
In his sermon, the Catholic Bishop of Ondo Diocese, Most Reverend Jude Arubundade, admonished Christians to live in love, humility, and obedience to God, urging them to remain spiritually prepared for the second coming of Jesus Christ.
It is therefore an opportunity to remind ourselves the responsibility that this holy season imposes on us. The message of Christmas is the message of God's love and humility. The miracle of God becoming man to reconcile man to God, to show us the way back to the Father after the sins of Adam and Eve.
The service featured soul-lifting renditions by various choirs as prayers were offered for Governor Ayedatiwa, Ondo State, and the nation at large. The high point of the service was the cutting of the Christmas cake and the reading of selected Bible passages symbolizing his hope and goodwill in line with the spirit of the season. Tolulope Oyibode, Osrc News.
As the Yuletide beckons, streets in Akure and its environs are gradually coming alive, from colorful decorations to bustling markets and lively public places. The spirit of Christmas is already in the air, filled with laughter, excitement, and renewed hope. For many residents, worries are momentarily set aside as hearts are filled with love, gratitude, and anticipation of the season. Indeed, the Christmas mood is contagious, spreading with warmth and joy across communities, cutting across age, status, and background. Our reporter, Sunday Adeyanju, takes a look at the growing Christmas atmosphere on the streets of the state capital. His report.
For many people, the period leading up to Christmas is marked by joy, excitement, and eager preparation. Children in particular look forward to the season with great enthusiasm.
I see that it's a beautiful season. I love it. Like this year, Christmas is better than last year. Like the season is beautiful. I'm so happy, 100% happy. I'm looking forward to peace in the country and peace in my home.
I'm looking forward to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Spending good time with my family.
They eagerly anticipate new wares, shoes, gifts, and a chance to have fun with friends and family. Adults, on their part, are not left out of the excitement, as the season evokes fond memories and long-held traditions. The decorations, Christmas song, and increased social activities all add to the cheerful atmosphere across the city. However, the build-up to Christmas can also be challenging for some, as economic pressures and expectations weigh heavily on households.
Going on, and it's going on already. You understand? The market is selling. Like some places, like the other market is selling. And this side too is selling. And the other side too is selling. But it's not like last year, other year goes, but this year, things change. Yeah. The expectation of this season is that maybe as people just come, maybe everything just they go on as they go before. The market is selling, maybe people go buy.
I shall manage because last year.
Despite these challenges, the season continues to inspire kindness, generosity, and a strong sense of community, reminding many of the true essence of Christmas at a time of love, sharing, and togetherness.
In a renewed effort to decongest correctional facilities across Ondo State, the Chief Judge Justice Olusegun Odushola has granted amnesty to 15 inmates awaiting trial at the Medium Security Custodian Center, Okitipopa. Justice Odushola ordered the release during his routine quarterly visit to custodian centers in the state, explaining that the exercise was part of ongoing measures to address congestion and ensure the protection of inmates' fundamental human rights. The Chief Judge noted that several of the inmates had spent years in custody without trial due to lack of diligent prosecution, particularly delays attributable to the court and the Directorate of Public Prosecutions. Ondo State Controller Charles Oyewole, who expressed appreciation to the Chief Judge, said the gesture would significantly reduce congestion in the custodian center and improve the welfare of inmates. Odushola had earlier carried out similar decongestion exercises at the custodian centers in Akure, Ondo, and Owo, where other inmates were also granted unconditional release. In a bid to promote healthy living, journalists in Ondo State have stepped away from their busy schedule of news gathering and reporting to participate in a health walk. The exercise, organized by Nigeria Union of Journalists (NUJ) Ondo State Council, formed part of activities marking the 2025 Press Week and was aimed at encouraging journalists to remain fit while on the job. Blessing Obe reports.
Journalists from across Ondo State converged on the NUJ Press Center as early as 6 a.m. for a health walk, one of the activities lined up for the 2025 NUJ Press Week in the state. The walk commenced from the Press Center, with participants moving enthusiastically through Ojaoba to the Catholic Church Cathedral, passing through Arakale and the Nepa area before returning to the starting point. The initiative was designed to promote the physical and mental well-being of journalists, highlighting regular exercise as a means of reducing health risk and enhancing overall fitness. Chairman of NUJ Ondo State Council, Leke Adegbite, alongside the chairman of the 2025 Press Week Committee, Olabanjo Egunjobi, emphasized the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, urging journalists to prioritize their health despite the demands of the profession.
The purpose basically is to keep our members fit during the press week, our annual press week, which we tag Penganza this year. And you can see from Press Center to Ojaoba to Adegbola to Arakale to Nepa, back to High Court to Press Center. It's a great trek indeed, and we are happy that the turnout of our members is very massive, and this will keep us fit as we continue with the Press Week celebrations. And I want to also say that we are planning to make this a monthly or quarterly package, so that because of the health of our members. So we are happy.
I'm very, very impressed with the turnout of our members, to do the health work. It brings us together. It makes us, to come together, to celebrate ourselves, to unite, more unity, to show love, and to exercise ourselves, to know the state of our health.
Some participants described the work refreshing and beneficial, noting that it provided opportunity to stay physically active and interact with colleagues.
It's a thing that should be done on a regular basis, not an annual thing. Thank God for the NUJ and the Press Week that comes annually, and I herald this work. I want to say, with the kind of job we do and what we pass through on a daily basis as journalists, we need this kind of a thing at least once in a quarter that will bring our souls and spirit together and give us a healthy being, considering the quantum of the job we do.
Activities marking the 2025 AUJ Press Week will continue with other programs aimed at engaging and strengthening journalists across Ondo State. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
The Ondo State government has reaffirmed its commitment to deploying local initiatives to combat the spread of HIV/AIDS in the state. This assurance was given at a stakeholders meeting held in Akure, organized by the Ondo State Agency for the Control of AIDS, Osrc, in partnership with Public Health Initiative. Sunday, Adeyanju reports.
Stakeholders from the Ministry of Budget, Finance, Education and Health gathered to deliberate on strategy to curb the spread of HIV/AIDS in Ondo State. The global impact of HIV/AIDS remains significant, with millions of people affected worldwide. Stakeholders expressed concern that the withdrawal of support by some international partners has exacerbated the situation, increasing vulnerability and threatening access to treatment. Against this backdrop, participants explored sustainable ways to ensure that the people living with HIV receive adequate care and treatment. Project Manager of Ondo State Agency for the Control of AIDS, Dr. Adidayo Adegbolu, speaking on behalf of the partnership with APIN Public Health Initiative, stressed the need for local and state governments to increase financial commitment to support affected persons.
We need to own the HIV response. That means when you're talking about owning the response, that means you need to budget for it. You need to release funds for it. And you need to make sure that these people actually that are living with the virus, they get their drugs on a monthly basis. And that can only happen if we start thinking about it, start talking about it, and plan for it, budget for it, release money for it, so that we can keep them alive.
Findings at the meeting revealed that while many affected persons are currently on treatment, a significant number are still living with this disease without access to medical care. Special Advisor to the Ondo State Governor on Health, Professor Simidele Odimayo, explained that the initiative is aimed at domesticating the capacity to effectively manage and care for people living with HIV.
All the stakeholders, Minister of Budget, Finance, Education, Health, everybody is together here to ensure to think out what can be done so that we can be able to ensure that we don't allow the disease to escalate in the environment and bring trouble, because we know that health is good. Now, Mr. Governor is a person of passion. Governor Logudin Samida is actually working holistically to be sure that the health of Ondo State is enhanced, because he knows that health is wealth.
He reassured stakeholders that the state government remains committed to supporting both primary and secondary healthcare facilities, strengthening their capacity and ensuring optimal service delivery. Sunday, Adeyanju, Osrc News.
And that's it on Sunshine Report. Good afternoon.